all right, maybe you're looking for a first down, something like that here. But, when I got it, I just seen nothing but green grass. So I really wanted to get in the end zone, and it worked out. So.
Obviously, I know the passing games, you guys have been working on, it's been a struggle. I guess how good did it feel to kind of break out, obviously against a really good defensive Penn State, and kind of how can that help you guys going forward in these last 4 games?
Oh, yeah, it was great. Like you said, we might have been struggling a little bit in the past, but looking forward, I think we'll be able to gel a little bit more, especially with Sorsby, be able to get a lot more reps going with them, and I think there's good things to come.
To get a big play like you had early in the game, like how much does that kind of just give you as an offense, like maybe a sigh of relief, like you can kind of settle into a game just getting a big play like that?
Definitely. I think it definitely set the tone, especially as his first touchdown of the game. And there was a few crowd reactions. I went back and looked at the video. They were kind of stunned as well. Yeah, so they were really stunned about it. So I think that really got us going, and it helped out Coach Carey with his play call, and he was able to call whatever he wanted to, and it was good for us.
Were you laughing seeing those jaw drop shots?
Oh yeah, I was. A bunch of my friends had texted me like, "Man, you just stunned the whole world." I was like, yeah, it felt good.
You mentioned more reps with Sorsby now. I'm curious for you, the alternating manner of pretty much the entire year at QB. How has that affected you on the field?
Whoever's back there, I'm just hoping they get the ball out. I just do my job, and I trust the coaching staff and what they're able to do with those 2 quarterbacks, what they got going on. I trust both of those quarterbacks equally. So for me, it's just about catching the ball, and no matter where it's at.
To sustain that type of, you're not going to have a 90-yard pass, or maybe you are. But to be able to sustain that these last 4 games, what's the key to that?
Just repetitions, keep practicing everything in practice, and being able for Coach Carey to trust us and trust the offense and get everything going.
What was your evaluation of Sorsby against Penn State?
I thought he did a great job. I talked a lot about him scrambling and being able to extend those drives. That's a kind of a lower side of his game. He's got a huge arm. He can make a bunch of throws, but his running ability is really what I think helped us out a lot.
When you see a guy like McCulley, who's as big as he is and athletic and all of that, how high is his ceiling?
Oh, his ceiling is very high. He came in here as a quarterback, which I didn't really know until I got here. But he's still learning the game. He's a younger guy, so I actually tell him a few things. I used to play outside way back in my old school, but for him, he's got a lot of growing to do, and his ceiling is very, very high.
What have you kind of taught him so far?
Just releasing things, making sure he stays low. I know nothing about being 6'5", and being up there. I could imagine that's pretty hard for him, but our coach talks a lot about it. For him, his releases, being able to, he's just physically talented, so it's a lot easier for him. But being able to critique his game a little bit definitely helps him out.
With Sorsby as a rusher, I realize he's kind of got the frame for it, but does it take you in the back a little bit? How many hits he kind of absorbs and just kind of pops right back up?
Oh yeah. There was one that was right in front of me. He took a hit. I thought they were going to throw a flag for baby targeting or something, but I looked in his eyes. He looked up, and then we got the next play going. And I was kind of shocked and pretty impressed by that.
What does that do for your offense, kind of as a whole, to see a guy that's willing to kind of do whatever it takes to take those kind of hits?
Oh yeah, it helps our offense out a lot. We go back and look at it on film, and Coach pauses it. He's like, "That's a guy right there, just doing everything he can to help us win." So I respect that, and I think it'll be good for us moving forward.
You kind of hold your breath when something like that happens right in front of you?
Oh yeah, a little bit. I had to make sure he was good, like he wasn't like dazed or anything. But he actually likes contact. He said it before, like that first hit gets him going. So hey, he can take all the hits he wants, but I don't want to do any of that.
You mentioned the look in his eye. What was that look, and kind of like what did that tell you about him in that moment?
Yeah, it was just like a kind of a fierce look. Like I was expecting him to be a little dazed or anything, but he looked like he was ready to go. So I was ready to go with him.